What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ra Ali.
This is Louis the Don, Mr. K-Lo-K.
It's Cash, your sexologist bestie.
Having no fear, Mr. Organic is here, and this is...
On the Contrary. Put it in your mouth.
Let's do it.
Hey, yo. Yeah, we out here. Y'all need to check us out wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Google. We are there. And watch exclusively on ONSITE.com and YouTube. Check the description below for all the links. And if you like what you're watching, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And most importantly, turn your notifications on.
All right, y'all, you guys, I'm really excited, personally excited, because today's show, we have motivational speaker, artist, and future light heavyweight champion. My boy Smart is in the building. And y'all already know I love a with hands. Welcome to On the Mother Contrary.
Welcome. Got to have hands in this motherfucker.
Hi, what's up?
Yeah.
I mean, happy to be here.
Let's go,
happy to be here.
We happy to have you.
I'm ready.
All right.
I think we got a few
So
questions.
Yeah.
we got
What's
a few
up?
questions.
Let's give it
Let's
to
start
him.
with-
I know he ready. He stay ready. Hands ready.
Hands ready. Let's see what you got. Okay. Let me ask you this. What motivates you to do the work you're doing in the community?
Well, I think, for me, I love our people. I love black people. I love being black. I love everything about us. And, I'm a fighter, right? Inside and outside the ring. And I hate bullies. And I feel like we've been oppressed for over 400 years, right? And the people that oppress us, the people that we let oppress us, the people that colonize us, they're not even superior to us. So I want to fight. It's literally like your mom's is dying of hunger and Elmo is standing in front of the refrigerator and you're letting Elmo block you from eating. Right? So, I think that's one of the biggest things is I want to compete. And I think we have all the opportunities to compete. Also, the hood, the ghetto produces over $240 million every 90 days. We got more money in the ghetto than Dubai in terms of our disposable income, right? So not only is it just like a personal fight, but it's lucrative. It's just good business. Black people we're good business. Yeah.
Now, I want to jump in there. I have 2 points. This part you guys don't even have to include. But do you guys remember when I was saying how important it is to provide information in the process of the delivery? That's what I meant by that. So I want to thank you for actually having a point to make.
Good information.
Yes.
For sure.
The second thing I want to ask you is you made a comment and said, I love black people, right? And something that the four of us have previously spoken about was our struggle within that, because we're black. We love our people, but a lot of times our people don't do the right thing, and it makes it hard to do business with our people. It makes it hard. So I want you to please. I'm all
that's
ears.
why, but that's why it's important to understand that. We talked about the colonizer. We talk about the oppressor. We talk about the so-called, right? It's in their best interest to keep us at a certain position in terms of business, right? So our scaling is not uninterrupted, okay? There's so much content, so much movies, music, right? Things that condition us to operate on the lowest frequency, okay? When you talk about 400 years of free labor, okay? This country is in a power position because of our ancestors working for over 400 years and not getting no dollars. We didn't get reparations, we didn't get anything, right? Also, we're the only group of oppressed people living in the land of our Holocaust, expecting the people who put us in the Holocaust to actually emancipate us and free us. The Jews had to leave Germany, okay? So there's a very conscious effort to keep us from doing the right thing as a collective, okay? And then when we understand that, then we have more patience for our brothers and sisters who don't do the right thing because they don't even understand, right? Like crabs in the barrel mentality, right? We're conditioned to be. You don't see no so-called Jew saying, what's up? You don't see no Spanish people saying, what's up? You don't see the Asian man saying, what's up? We're the only group of people that embrace self-destructive attributes as terms of endearment, even though it's not even a term of endearment.
Okay,
right?
so I don't want to cut you off. I think this feeding me, okay? This is amazing, but what I'm saying is, what are you supposed to do, right? When you get out of a situation and you're in a position of power and you're in a position to be able to reach back and help your people, and you could possibly destroy yourself having to almost kill a because all the reasons behind why sometimes our people don't do the right thing
Right.
is one thing. What are you supposed to do about changing that? How am I supposed to hire you to be a chef in my kitchen and you're stealing?
But what I'm saying is,
You understand? What am I supposed to do?
Leadership requires intuition. Leadership requires foresight. Leadership requires adequate allocation of responsibilities, right? So I have to almost, in a sense, as a leader, I have to think for you. I have to know the mindset of the person that I'm going to give opportunity. I have to understand the mindset of the person that I'm giving employment, right? And if I know that you're a thief, I'm not going to put you in a room where you can steal. If I know you're a liar, I'm not going to give you a job where honesty is important, right? And then I understand that, hey, your mind is not where it needs to be, but I want to help you, but I got to help you how you can be helped. So it's not a one size fits all.
You got to meet a person where they at.
Yeah, and you have to have enough foresight to understand that why they're where they're at.
So as a person in a position of power, because I want to help my people,
Right.
and I'm asking this with every bit of sincerity. I'm
For
not
sure.
looking to fight about it. I want to be informed. I have to sit here and figure out how am I going to think ahead of all the crooked, low down shit that you're going to do just so that I can help.
No, what you're doing is listen. Okay, so again, and I'm glad you're asking this question, right? And I think we should just for this episode, I don't want to be too rigid, and don't edit this out, please, right? Teleprompter and all this shit is cool, right? But I feel like I flow best when it's just like real. We just having real conversations. I don't want to feel like, okay, next question. I'm my peripheral. This is me up, right? But it's okay. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. We speak things into existence, okay? And when you speak what you want to come into existence, that vibration will attract what you're speaking and repel what is opposite to what you're speaking about, okay? So what's the direct question? Like, what are you trying to scale? Like, what are you trying to, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is the actual knot that needs to be untied?
I think for me, it's feeling like I always have to hire people that are other races in order to have an effective situation. So when you say I love my people, I do love my people, and I love being a Black woman. And I don't like that I'm oftentimes not able to hire our people because of that. Oh, that's what she got? And now you put me in a position now I literally have to kill you when you try to lie me to be for home invasion. This is the kind of stuff that happens.
But what you said was, listen, again, this is very important. Accountability for the tongue is important, right? We speak things into existence. So if you keep saying, yo, I have, you created the reality. You're gonna literally create that.
No,
right?
I think what I'm trying to say to you is, how can I love my people and do exactly what you're saying? You said I love helping our people. That's what we need. We need to be able to come together. But how can I do that when I put in positions, when I have been put in positions, not just the future, where me making the choice to hire you because we have been oppressed, and you're not in the position that I'm in, but you want it so bad that you're willing to do anything to get it.
But if you're committed,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're committed, if you're committed to what you think is the outcome, then you're gonna forever have that outcome.
So just keep doing it over and over is what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is this: you have to take accountability. So what happens is, you're not 100% adequate in your leadership, and the responsibilities that you allocate are actually inadequate. And then you're given positions that are not necessarily warranted to the person that's receiving the position, and then they're malfunctioning.
Let me give you an example.
Right? So hold on. Go ahead. So this is the toughest thing, right? This is tough. We talk about I have a company, I have a business. There's no question on how to love. I'm just going to love because I understand what I put out, I'm going to get back. And I have to kind of like accept what comes back and who it comes back from. Right? So a lot of times we say, well, if I give a homeless person $5, right? I don't expect that homeless person down the line to give me something back. But I know that the proverb says, giving never diminishes, it always increases. So I'm going to be on that vibration, and it's protection from being in that vibration. So to answer your question, I don't want to I'm going all over the place. If I have an issue with this type of a person, I'm gonna isolate that to that person. I'm not gonna stereotype or that person is okay. This person, not black people. I can't help you. Mm-hmm. And then when I understand, well, what am I doing to attract you in this equation? Mm-hmm. That's the accountability, right? Because our thoughts, now we have friends that are only our friends based upon the vibration that we're on. Mm-hmm. Before I went to prison, when I was selling drugs and getting money, and I was ignorant, using the N-word, smoking weed and drinking and doing certain shit, I had a group of people that was in my life. When I came home and said, listen, I'm not a no more, I'm a God. What?
Yeah,
Don't
they
call me
to you, yeah.
What?
They
Yo,
say,
come
yeah.
on, my no, I'm not
Now
a
they
nigga.
think you're saying you're better than them and all this extra stuff.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
So what happens is there's a turbulence because you're shifting, you're changing your vibration. So you have to let those people go that are not on the same vibration as you, and you can't advocate for them to change. You don't have no control over that. As you start to elevate, as you start to grow, there's gonna be people that come, people that go. The issue is the people that go, a lot of times you want to stay. And you find yourself justifying, the relationship when it's like, I knew from rip, you weren't adequate for this position.
What I'm trying to say is that you'll speak everything that you're saying to our people, and they'll end up trying to kill you.
No.
This is what I'm trying to say.
No, they won't.
Let's hear me out, because this is so important.
I can't let you do that, because
He's
what you're doing
saying,
is how you think creates how you feel. Let me say it again.
It literally has
Let me
happened
reinforce it.
millions
listen.
of times.
No. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Man is not more powerful than God. So you said you're Muslim. My faith is not in, listen. You said you're Muslim. My faith is not in man. My faith is in Allah. I don't mix a lot to man. So my death date is already written. Man can't.
So you don't think it has no control over?
Let me cook.
Okay.
My death date is already set in stone. Can't no man speed it up. Can't no man slow it down. If it ain't my time to go, I can jump off the Statue of Liberty onto concrete and survive. If it's my time to go, I can get hit by a mosquito and it's over. Okay? So I have to understand that. Secondly, we speak things into existence. Black people love me. I'm blessed. I'm protected. It's time. So I studied this. I had that same issue. I'm like, oh, what happened to Malcolm X? Well, he was on camera saying, I'm already dead. He was on camera already speaking death into existence. Martin Luther King was taking the wrong approach. This person is telling you I'm your enemy, and you trying to say, well, we're friends. Let's integrate. And then they mass market the I Have a Dream speech, but they don't mass market the secondary speech that Martin Luther King had
The day before he died,
right? Because he changed his tune. Right? We have to understand this is everything. Stop speaking that shit to existence, and stop not taking accountability for the failed relationships and friendships you had due to your unawareness on how powerful your words or your perception is. Okay? Now I want to get to the example. He said, give me an example of what you're saying.
Man, I want to make sure it's the
Give
right
me one. I'm going to give you, give me one. I'm going to give you
Get the right one now.
Yeah. The right one, right?
I mean, I think you did help a little bit with a point about, it was something that you literally just said that I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
That your date is already chosen. So if you live that way, if I live my life feeling like there's nothing that no one can do that's gonna change what day I'm gonna leave this planet, I could be more at peace.
Yeah,
The devil,
that's how you do it.
hold on. The devil, let's not take that doesn't give you a license for arrogance, right?
Of course not. Yeah.
So the devil manipulates your free will. Our brains produce neuromelanin. Like our bodies trap light. Like the melanin, like we're literally gods and goddesses walking this earth, right? So the devil gets you to speak things into existence that will destroy you and not elevate you. Okay? So you speak it into existence before it comes into existence. Okay? So that's why I said the level of unawareness is important. So when you take accountability for that, then you see how it digresses into that situation that you're in disagreement with. But let's consider the situation.
I can honestly say that, because I do have the same, being a Muslim, I do have don't even think it's about being a Muslim. Just feeling like no matter what someone else does, no matter what, it's like almost like if it's your time that was already written, it gives me some type of peace. If I can hold on to that, what I can't deal with emotionally and internally is ever letting my guard down to allow somebody the opportunity to take me.
What's the situation?
So,
like, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm a very, very like, I'm a very like, you talked about masculinity and all that kind of stuff. I'm a very like, I'm a wife, a mom of 2, but I'm a soldier. Like I really am. Like
time out. So wait. So time out.
Yeah.
Check it out. You have to, life or death is of the tongue. Right? I'm a basketball player. So when you see rims, don't get mad. I get money, I'm a hustler. When you see opportunities and monetize, don't get mad. I'm a soldier. So when you see tanks and you at war.
That's what I do. So that's my point.
No, what I'm saying is, no.
That's my point.
You're
so
speaking,
my family and my people feel like I'm not at peace at being a person who's able to live their life from day to day because I'm constantly.
What's the scenario?
But you said soldier and then said I'm at peace. And I'm sorry, I don't mean it, but I guess what I'm hearing is that's a conflicting thought, right? Because
no, it's not. Let me explain. The reason it's not a conflicting thought is because as long as you don't bring it to me, I won't give it to you.
But you going
what I don't want to do.
What's the scenario, Rob? What's the scenario?
Okay, I'm in my house. I'll give
you
a scenario. I'm in the house, and to be preventative, I walk the whole entire house. I check every window.
Yeah.
Right. I lock the door. I put the alarm on. I cock back all the hammers. I check them. I'm in a house safe, but I'm acting like I'm a person that's a prisoner that this could possibly. Peace. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not at peace.
But we jumping. Hold on. But we jumping though. The first thing we talked about was okay. You know, if I have someone in my circle that I can't trust, I'm responsible for that person. Listen, I'm responsible for that person in my circle that I can't trust. Right now, you know, you whatever you speak comes into existence for you. So I don't allow anybody to prophesize anything over me because they don't have that power. Okay, so I wanted to hear the scenario that you went through, whether it was you hired the wrong person or somebody tried to backdoor you.
That's why I want to hear you because believe it or not,
tell me the scenario.
That has not happened. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I would love to. It hasn't. It has not happened. So because I've seen these things happen to so many people, and I'm at the end of the day, my father, my dad has been since I was a little girl.
Right.
I've always been a daddy's girl. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention when you walk. When we lived in the Bronx, he would say, when you come out the door, before you press the elevator, these are just normal things he would say to me. You know, just peek in the stairs, make sure there's nobody in the stairs that's not going to push you on the elevator and rape you. This stuff didn't happen.
But the white man likes to cause division amongst us. And you know, black people kept the white man from colonizing Haiti, kept the white man from colonizing DR, right? So we stick together, you know, and I did an interview and they was like, yo, you trust black people? I only trust black people. Black people are phenomenal. We're the most trustworthy, giving, loving, caring motherfuckers on this earth. Anything else is a lie. And just because Pinocchio moves to the string of Geppetto, I'm not mad at Pinocchio. I'm looking at Geppetto. Right? So I'm not gonna allow you to harm me because you're under the control of someone else, but I understand who's pulling the strings. And I'm looking at the person pulling the string versus the actual puppet. Black people are the most phenomenal people on the planet. Our men, our women, we're the fucking best, period. And we're trustworthy, okay? Believe it or not. And what happens is in business, we don't have this is why to get it off your chest part of the show, I'm gonna give a whole outline of how to monetize, how to make money off the content, right? We're not taught how to thrive in business. It's intentional, right? We're not beneficiaries of nepotism. We didn't get reparations. We didn't get anything. With every black success is like the birth of Jesus, immaculate conception.
Yep, every time.
Every time, and nobody gives us the route, okay? Yeah. So, you know, but to answer your question is, I'm not concerned with this is why having awareness is important. Man may plot, but Allah is the best planner. Whatever the devil got designed for me, it don't matter. I don't care what you plotting and we're gonna get him. It don't matter. This is in the Quran, but this is in life too, right? The Prophet, may peace and blessing be upon him, they was trying to kill him, right? And God gave him the provision of just chill. Don't just chill and go into this cave. He go into the cave, and Allah made the spiders spin webs in front of the cave. So when the people was coming to kill the Prophet, they seen the spider webs and was like, no one has never been here, because they had to break the spider webs to get in here, right? So the protection of God came in a way that the devil couldn't even foresee and plan for, right? This is why they say being on a parallel path and then having faith and being mindful of what we speak and how we talk about ourselves, how we talk about our people. I can't call you a I know what comes with that. It's a spell, see? So we have to be taught how to be optimistic about our people. This is why we have to have our own institutions, our own educational system. So we teach how to be organized, how to work together, how to love each other. And then the whole paradigm is going to shift.
Yeah,
Okay,
but people
I
don't
like
understand.
it.
See, the thing about black people in general is like we only really been free humans for like 30, 40 years if you really calculate it like until like we really moving around. See, people talking about 400 years ago. No, we got to talk about all that stuff that happened in the 70s, the 80s. We just now moving around how we supposed to. And plus, we were made and bred here. You know what I'm saying? We can say all the African stuff, but I don't know nobody African in my family. You know what I'm saying? I know my great-great-grandma. She was a black lady. So like as a black race, we are fairly new to the earth. And look what we've done, leaps and bounds. We still got a long way to go. We still probably the rarest human on earth is the black person. So like we learning so much because we came from so far back. We came as farm animals basically, you know what I'm saying?
But listen,
we converted that.
But listen.
So we starting this new.
But our lineage, right? It's in our DNA, who we
Right.
are, right? So when we understand, we start to get knowledge of self, we understand that, okay, we're the original people on this planet.
Right.
We're the fathers of mathematics. We're the fathers of psychology, science, medicine, everything.
Right.
Right? So the same way you know, your mother or your father, someone in your family wasn't a midget.
Facts.
That's why you got the height, right?
Of course.
Okay. So if external attributes can be passed down through hereditary, it's the same thing for us, our true ancestors,
definitely.
right?
Genetics.
Yeah, genetics, right?
Right.
So who we are, we're gonna always be who we are.
Right.
And now when we start to understand how to develop and apply who we are to our lives, that's when we get the benefits of being who we are.
Because you got to think about it. We just start tapping into like knowing about credit, real estate. That's
Yeah,
fairly new. But
absolutely.
look how we leaps and bound so fast with that.
With the little bit of time that we've had that
gotten
information.
to that, right?
Exactly.
We getting away from the crack and selling all that. Niggas getting the scamming.
Starting
That's
to
smart.
realizing,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? Look, that's what we moved from.
Because we
we the
gods.
creators, of course.
And because we're
right?
sponges.
Yes, we
So
the-
to think about it. So now if your ancestors were pharaohs and decimal creators and you building the sciences,
Most
right?
definitely.
But the white man knows the truth. So
Right.
now he like, okay, let me teach you, motherfucker, forget who you are.
Right.
But then we like, okay, Willie Lynch letter, right? Off topic, but on topic, right? The Willie Lynch letter was a psychology, an approach to further perpetuate the mental enslavement of our people, right?
Right.
And it's a section in it where he says, we have extinguished every light, we have extinguished every avenue by which light can enter the mind of the slaves. If we can only extinguish the slave's ability to see the light, then they'd be on the same level as the beast in the field, right?
Of course.
But God never let the white man extinguish
Extinguish that
our
light.
ability to see the light.
Right.
So even though we forgot who we are, when we're placed in environments, we
Instantly adapt.
It's adaptable because
To
we're
anything.
also taught
Yeah,
common
to
sense.
anything, everything.
I always say to people, when you think about a culture of people who took a lot of nothing and made something, people talk about soul food, people talk, even Caribbean cultures, but you
Facts.
make it, if you could take cornmeal, make porridge,
Right.
that's
Crazy.
resource. That's
Right.
not something that's something that you learn as a, but we haven't also learned how to transform those survival skills into the, like you just said, there's other ways to get it, right? So hustlers, drug dealers, it's survival. It's survival mentality.
Right.
It's survivalist mentality. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, that switch doesn't
Gotta
always
switch
get
to-
hit.
to the
I
other
always
stuff.
tell people, for us, it's two things. You could choose fear, you could choose faith. Common denominator, you can't see either of them. So it requires a strong, wrong tether to that trust, and that whatever you're choosing to walk in, whatever faith you have, and whatever you're doing, that's what it is. And so when you were speaking, Rob, about what you were saying, when I was saying it's a conflicting thought, I wasn't saying, I want to be clear about it. I was saying, if you feel that you have to check the things because you were taught that there are things to fear, that disrupts peace because it puts you always on a, I gotta always be watching left and right sort of mindset as opposed to what he was saying. And if it's already written, there's nothing to fear. Walk in faith instead. And I understand what he's going on with that, but I definitely think, going back to another point he was making about leadership, there's an emotional intelligence, or better yet, an intelligent use of emotions, because a lot of people look at those things, fear, anger, frustration, as negatives. I don't see no emotion as negative. It's data, it's information. If my stomach didn't hurt, I might not see a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not know something's wrong with me. So I think we have to reprogram our mindset, and we don't always operate within positive mindset. And the more we can teach our people to not always see the negative and start to find the one positive and a pool of negative and cling to that shit and take it and grow it. And that's how you manifest something better.
And then another thing too, and I understand what you're saying, right? So there's like two parts to it, right? I have to, once I come, like, if you knew better, you do better, right? So if the mindset that I've been conditioned to have creates this environment that I would be unsafe in, then I have to prepare and, thrive in that environment while I'm developing the new mindset with the new information to create a safer environment. Right? And we see what we look for. Perception is reality, but perception is created by repetitive thought, right? How you think creates how you feel becomes an emotion, an emotion becomes a vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you, right? So once we understand that we can create a new environment based upon new thoughts, then we focus on those new thoughts and we're able to receive that new environment, right? Which I want to kind of like pivot into the next thing, right? Where you say, what are the keys to being successful, right? When we talk about, staying in the tunnel, having, mindset is everything, right? And what's mindset? I got this new thing I was working on today. Sleep, eat, train. Right. Mindset. Sleep, eat, train. I got to be locked in, right? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So when I understand it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, I can embrace the delayed gratification that is a requirement for me to be successful as an entrepreneur. Nothing happens overnight, right? Next point is, escape velocity. This is a big one, right? Spaceships going into space, right? This is like NASA talk, right? Escape velocity is the speed it has to travel
to go up,
to escape the gravitational pull that will stop that spaceship
from going up. Yep.
Right? Now, gravity sometimes can represent people, places, and things. And every level of success requires a particular amount of escape velocity. So when you understand what you have to do to break through, then you only focus on your escape velocity. Okay? And when you start to say, well, okay, I'm gonna elevate, we're gonna take on the contrary to $100 million company, here comes gravity.
Trying to put it down.
And it's not crabs in a barrel anymore because you can break a claw on a crab, but now it's cranes in the barrel.
Right.
So you got to have more confidence, more focus, more reinforcement, more affirmations, more mantras. You got to be more, right?
Right.
Right? Next point is every no will eventually turn into a yes. This is the insane concept. What is insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over, but expecting a different result.
Outcome.
You got to do it. Every no will eventually turn into yes, but I got to do the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result. This is my year, 2009. I'm telling you guys, watch out.
Right.
Nothing happens.
It forms habits. Yeah.
The year said no. 2010, this is my time. I'm doing, hairline, you ready, my boy? It doesn't happen. 2012, girl, we lit, yeah. It don't happen. 2015, it's that time, y'all ready? Don't happen. 2016, 17, organic, you like, I'm telling you, you know who I am, it's organic, I'm telling you it's gonna happen.
Yeah, facts.
Don't happen. But the whole time in your mind, you keep took Michael Jordan 7 years to win his first championship.
Yeah.
Every year he had to be Michael Jordan.
Yep.
He had to train harder than everybody and still lose. That's delayed gratification because you're not being denied. God is not denying you. God is delaying you. And through that delay, you're learning things along the way. So you have to understand that concept, the insane concept. I have to do the same thing over and over and over again at a high level and lose and embrace the L because there's lessons in it.
And the L.
So when I do get to the W, I'm prepared. You see, I'm prepared. Next thing is close to the finish line. This is all mindset on how to be successful, right? When you get close to the finish line does not move. We either stop or keep running. We either stop or keep running. The finish line don't move. And when you get closer to the finish line and you look in and you can see it, you're ready to quit, not even realizing that the shit right there. And the only way to get there is you gotta run even harder, right? You gotta go back to basics. You gotta get excited again. Don't worry about the makeup. Fuck the teleprompter. I'm here, this is a conversation, right? I'm here, we here. Headline, it's nice, but headline.
He says nice.
Right? Because what happens is, what happens is the last miles, and this is some insight to how to be successful. The last miles before you get to the finish line, the last test is humility. That's the last test. You lose everything. Do you still love it? You've been trying to rap. You've been trying to make music. Do you still love it? Are you going to be a slave to the small success you have? Because now you got to roll your sleeves up. Now you got to go back outside. Maybe the wig ain't going to be on. Maybe the makeup ain't going to be there. But let's go.
Here.
Camera, press record. Oh, the camera ain't working? Put the, right here. Boop.
That's why they say,
yo, hey, I'm telling you, on the contrary, boom, up, right? And that energy, that application of humility will give you the rite of passage to cross the finish line. But you can't let desperation change your destination. You can't let temptation change your destination. You can't let frustration change your destination. And when you get closer to the finish line, the devil will bring distractions disguised in a form of opportunity to deter you from your motherfucking route.
Facts.
See? My last point.
Wait, before you go to that, because our people, I know them. Hang on.
Yeah.
We're going in, eh?
No, excellent. Jumping off, and you're going to go back to that, right? What is advice that you would give to somebody, a black man, that's been in the street life forever?
Continuity is important. Let me finish. Look in the mirror. I got your question gonna be answered. Watch this. Look.
I'm telling
look
you,
in the mirror.
it's not gonna play out
Look in
like
the
that.
mirror. Look in the mirror. Right. My best work is look in the mirror. This is the last point I had, right? About the keys to success. We have to look in the mirror and stop looking out the window. We have to start looking in the mirror and stop looking out the window. So when you start to look in the mirror, you realize, organic, you're a God. You realize you're a God. You realize you're a goddess. You realize you're a God. You realize you're a goddess. I'm not looking out the window no more, right? I'm looking in the mirror. And then if I look long enough, I start to see what's really the reflection, not what I'm being told what the reflection is, okay? And that's the key of success, right? Just like the 10 Commandments almost, but I got this from experience, application, right? This is not some TikTok video, this is application. The best wisdom comes from experience, okay? But yeah, you was asking about the...
Yes. So a lot of dudes, black guys, Spanish, white, but we're directly talking to our people.
Yeah.
In the streets, their whole life. Whether they're scamming is kind of new, right?
It's new, it's fresh, yeah.
But they're hustling, selling drugs, whatever it is, they've never been on the straight and narrow. They come home, they have these bullshit resources for them, halfway house, get a job just so that your PO, says that you're doing something. What can a black man do that's been in the system, that's only known how to sell drugs, to get on track? Smart. Talk to us.
You know what I'm saying? That's me.
You gotta monetize your pain, monetize your story. That's what I always
How you
tell
think
them.
creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. You have to look in the mirror. The black man is God. So no matter what condition I'm in, no matter what environment I find myself in, I'm still me. See? Now, I have to insulate myself, right? That brother has to stop looking, because what you're really saying is, he's looking for a support system that's not even trained to support him.
Never gonna come.
He's looking for a support system that doesn't have the awareness to support him. See? So he has to, and he doesn't need it. He has to go to God. Now, what happens is it's loud noise. Everything is noise. You ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't this, just noise. And the devil has the volume up on high. And you don't realize, just look up. Yo, God, what's up, man? Help me. Because God is going to provide man with what? Provision. That black man will get provision. And through that provision, he's able to, provision is like water being put in a cup when you're thirsty as a mother. And when the black man understands what provision is and how to get it, then he's never going to be in no position under his true position. See? And you get provision by saying, God, I need help. God, listen, I'm about to start this company. Help me. And then he gets that provision.
So are you able to give him tangible advice outside of knowing that you're phenomenal, knowing your worth? What are the steps?
I just did. Listen, how you think creates how you feel. See, what happens is sometimes, see, the white man be slick. He wants us to make it all tangible. None of this tangible.
I disagree.
That's the ego mentality.
I disagree. Let me explain to you
Gotta
why.
give him some steps.
Look,
do it.
but let me-
Yeah, you
But
gotta
look, check it.
you gotta give us some steps. So let me just explain so that you can.
But listen,
you can,
but I did though. When you play it back, I did. The first thing I said is he has to realize, right?
I understand all that.
I went to listen.
do.
I did 10 years in prison. I did 2 years in Southport Box. I was molested by my mother. My mother smoked crack. I never knew my father. I came home to nothing. 5 years post-release, category 1. First violation is a year in prison. I was living in a staircase for a week, up. Not because I had to, because I said I'm not gonna sell drugs. I'm not going back to what I used to be. I gotta find a way. And when I felt overwhelmed, I started to think about what I overcame. And I asked God for help. I started to remember. When I was in Southport Box, ready to quit because I cut 2 motherfuckers. Now I'm doing 2 years in the box. I live this. I'm not just talking. This is my experience. And what happens is when people don't go to God, because they're used to going to man, their expectation for information is what you get from man. Man is tangible. Man is step by step. God is cry and I'm gonna give you tissue. God is I'm cold. He gonna bring you a jacket. You don't know where it's gonna come from. I didn't know. I'm 2 years home from prison. I'm struggling like a mother because I'm on a straight. I'm not selling no drugs. I get money for real. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. I'm like, God, I'm like, this, what the f? And I gave up. I'm like, man, listen, I'm about to make a call. And as soon as I'm about to make a call, somebody comes, hey, man, I got CDs. You want to buy my album? I'm like, I ain't got no money for no music. Now, I rap, though. I said, you know what? But matter of fact, let me, I don't got no money, man. But I take it and listen to it. He like, you rap? I'm like, yeah, I rap. Let me hear something. I started rapping. Then from there, he brought me to the CD spot where he go sell his CDs. Now I got a job because now I can sell CDs. I wouldn't have got that provision if I didn't cry out to God through my frustration because I already had the discipline. I already made the sacrifices. I'm home now. I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking. I'm following the 7 o'clock curfew. I'm doing all the right. Ain't nothing happening. So to answer the question is, you got to be honest with God. God is about, you got to ask. This ain't no, and what God and
See,
man
the reason
don't.
I can receive the message
listen, you ain't gotta.
the reason I'm able to be who I am is because I'm always willing to learn and receive and listen. So in order to be able to have an impact, you also have to understand the way other people's brains work.
No, I don't.
In order to be able to make a change, you have to.
I'm making a change now.
The people that's gonna listen, you have to understand that everybody doesn't have the capacity, right? And another thing that's really important is understand that everybody's not religious.
Yeah.
Some people are spiritual. So I would never want, because you have so much information and you're such an educated person that I don't want any one person to not be able to take what you're saying because they're not in the exact space
And I know what you're saying. See, this is what she's saying. This is what she's saying. Because I know everything you say. Listen, everything you say, I live by it too.
You gotta be able to receive us too.
No, I get what he's saying. See, you're an outliner. See what it is? You're an outliner. I am too. All you saying is manifestation. Anybody knows me, I live through this. I've done everything you said. I believe all you saying. I've been doing it my whole life. But everybody ain't superheroes like that. Everybody don't got that power, and that's where she's saying is that the we got 99% of people don't got. So we can't speak to them. Only we can motivate the motivated, inspire the inspired. I got that in them. So you're trying to wake up everybody. They're not gonna wake up. So she's saying like, what is the things that the people that don't got those superpowers? Who can you connect to?
That information.
Because what we got, everybody got.
And I do believe, like truly, I believe that what you're saying is top tier. I don't want you to be so focused on or think that I'm not receiving it. I am. You even gave me something that fast. And I don't really, like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just be like, oh, that was, and it wasn't. I get it. Right. You gave me something, right? What I'm saying is, can you give advice on, maybe just by telling your story of what did you do? And when I say that, I mean, you went to the CD store, okay, cool. Then what happened? You know what? Like, for instance, Organic will say, I was broke, I was doing all type of bullshit. And then 7 years ago, I was in the basement. But then I learned the internet game. Right. And I learned the YouTube game.
Yeah, because what she said is the manifestation is power for you. It's top level.
But my message, my message
the steps
is,
of like, okay, I did it. Yeah.
But my message, this is my message. I believe in God.
Yeah.
So what about the people that don't?
That's their business.
Listen,
hold on, let me finish.
There you go, baby.
Let me listen. I'm Muslim, but we embrace European mindsets and lifestyles. Allah told you, hold on to the rope of Allah. You ain't making salat. You ain't fasting on the month of Ramadan. Allah told you, I'm going to give you provision. God told you, I'm going to give you provision. You like, well, white man say get this. How do I be successful? I'm not going to sit here and fake it. I was in Southport box, bro. I went to prison for attempt murder. I'm in the box. I cut somebody. I gave up on life. I said, when I get out this box, I'm going to kill one of these police officers or I'm going to kill me an inmate. I'm not making it out of here. I gave in to the devil. Allah said, you ain't having this one, right? And Allah came into my life. God, I'm having dreams and premonitions and certain things. I'm making salat. I'm fasting on the month of Ramadan. I'm reading the Quran. This is what I'm doing. I don't give a how many Instagram followers the devil got. I don't give a how many Instagram followers the jinn got. I don't give a how many YouTube subscribers which witches and warlocks have. I believe in Allah. That's where my line is at. And then when I die, this is what I believe. This is every action is the lawyer for your soul in God's court when you die. So every deed is like testimony. I'm not here to be embraced by man. Allah got me. I walk around with jewelry, all that. Nobody touch me. God protect me. I move a certain way. I used to be a gangster, but I don't gotta move that way. Allah protect me. All my knowledge, my wisdom comes from Allah. I'm giving credit to a God. I don't give a man ain't gonna never understand this. You wanna be successful? Ask God to help you.
I mean,
so that's the advice. So we'll keep it like that so that we don't have to. There's the message. So with that,
because they do it will help.
Okay,
like what he's saying, it will apply, but it's only 1% of motherfuckers
that got it. We can jump
people follow. One more point. They publicize everybody. I'm not a follower. You heard? I don't follow nobody. I've been away from being in the street, being a gangster, getting money. I don't give a who you is. Wherever I go, I'm respected. You disrespect, I'm on you. I could be in Miami, Harlem, Bronx, where I'm at. I could be outnumbered 3,000 to 1. You're gonna respect me. That's how I've always been on it.
So let me just say this.
Hold on. So what happens is this. We follow. These people is weak-minded. Oh, I'm spiritual. Where you get that from? Somebody told you that. So what happens is, you know why we had people like Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Martin Luther King, certain people in our culture. They stood for something. Yeah, they stood. They ain't follow what everybody was trying to tell them to follow. See, people they be weak back. They go where the wind blow. I'm not spiritual. I'm Muslim. I believe in God. So if you Christian, be a Christian. So I'm letting people rewrite the Bible. You said you Muslim, read the Quran. What the Quran say? What the Hadith say? I'm going to that.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So the message is, which is, you want the plan for success. Ask God, not ask a man. 'Cause
Exactly.
people, okay, I can take that.
You gotta
Okay.
believe.
Now let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
you
I
gotta
just
believe
want to be
God.
able
I
to.
wanna say something.
Do you believe in God,
What I'm
bro?
saying.
Do you believe in God, bro? Do you believe in God?
You gotta go next step.
Do you
I'm
believe
not
in God?
speaking on this anymore.
Yeah.
But I
You believe
do
in
have
God, though?
something I
You
want
believe
to
in
say, and
God?
I sat and we all
Go
sat
ahead,
and we
say what you
listened.
gotta say.
But what he spoke
But it's real,
about,
though.
there was something, and I tell people this. There's you can look this up because it's something you can find. A success coach of mine I worked with a long time ago. I believe in mentors. I believe in mentors because I believe in working with individuals who've been through things, who can share their experiences. Because like he said, I think there's a lot of knowledge and experience. There's something called the eagle mentality. And they say they study the eagle, right? And how the eagle operates and how it moves. They talk about how the eagle don't fly with no other birds.
Right.
He don't fly with no pigeons. He don't none of that. You know what I'm saying? They on the ground playing, he up here. They talk about how the eagle has vision from 5 kilometers away. There was something that always stuck with me. Not only do they have vision, and not only can they see it from far, but they lock in on it, and they don't stop until they reach it.
Right.
A lot of people allow things to knock them off their, you know what I'm saying, they beaten path, and that was so powerful. They said they don't feast on anything they don't kill itself. And it needs to be freshly killed. They're not eating off of yesterday's successes. A lot of us are still in our past. A lot of us are still talking about what we went through instead of talking about what we're doing, what we're about to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That forward-minding thinking. And the most important thing that I want to share for our community about that eagle mentality was that when they feel that they've gotten to the point where they've been beaten down and their feathers is too heavy and they're not feeling as vital as their vitality is stricken, they retire to a space that is safe to them.
Right.
They shed their feathers,
Yep.
they
Stop
break
flying.
their beak and their claws, and they talk about how bloody and painful of a process it is, but they sit in it. They wait to restore their vitality until their
back.
feathers regrow.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what I am saying is, in this instance, the biggest problem for our people and their challenges with success is that they don't actually take time to retreat. They don't take time to take their experiences, sit back, shed that shit. Okay, that shit passed. You learned it. But now when you
forward.
come back out, push forward.
Yeah.
So that is what I am essentially saying. We need to start making it normal for us to say, I'm not always got to be strong. I can actually restore my vitality, come back better. And that's how we allow ourselves to reach success, ultimately.